Alright, what's going on guys? It is A Spacey, and in this video I'm going to go over reinforcement ideas that could be brought into Battlefront 2. I want to speculate on what type of reinforcements we could get in the future. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, starting off with the original trilogy, I'm not going to go too in-depth in Clone Wars this time because they already have enough reinforcements, I think. But yeah, so let's go for number 1. For the Imperials, should be the Shock Trooper. Now, I know some people would think it'd be better for the Shadow Trooper to be added, but since the Det Trooper is kind of, a replacement to the Shadow Trooper, so I think the Shock Trooper would be just a better choice in general. And yeah, so speculating the abilities, I believe this would be a heavy support role, and it would rely more on heavy weapons. Its blaster should be the DLT-19, rapid fire, and then for some of the abilities, I believe it should be getting a rocket launcher. Just because from the 2015 Battlefront, he seemed like, he would be good for the role. So the Shock Trooper should have double the health. Again, it is a heavy role, should have that. Maybe even a personal shield, just because, again, being the heavy role, you rely more on, suppressing enemies. You're not really built to support your other troops. You're just meant to push on forward and break through enemy lines. So a personal shield could come in handy. And then maybe an explosive shot to the DLT-19. Just another cool ability for a heavy trooper. But let's move on to the Rebels. And for the Rebels, I really don't know anything that could work. Maybe a Rebel Commando. This would work similar to the Shock Trooper, with the exception of maybe the Rebel Commando could be more evasive and have a medium type blaster. So something like an A2080C. And yeah, but he could have more supportive abilities like a team heal with a larger radius and can give more health. Unlike the officer, but not as much health as Yoda. I think that would be a really good idea. Maybe some sort of advanced scanner. You can scan your enemies. And then maybe a heavy grenade launcher or something to give you that extra, boost when you need to take out enemies. If not the Rebel Commando, maybe the Bothan Spy, but I just don't really feel the Bothan Spy coming into Battlefront 2. Maybe it could, who knows. But yeah, I would really prefer a Rebel Commando, something with more heavy weaponry. For other reinforcements in the original trilogy, I just don't really see any besides the Shock Trooper and a Rebel Commando or Bothan Spy, who knows. Another more wild thought, and this one, if they ever do add it, I would be really excited, is an Inquisitor. Now, I know they wield lightsabers, but they're not as powerful as, people like Vader or Palpatine, so maybe they could have less health and their lightsaber attacks won't be as, special. They can do their basic slashes and blocks. But other than that, I don't really think they should get any more cool saber combos. Maybe they could use some, hand-to-hand kind of special abilities, because I don't really think they also wield blasters, but who knows for the Inquisitor. I can't really fill in anything for that. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see an Inquisitor reinforcement. That would be very cool. But let's move on to the sequel trilogy. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any for the Resistance because I can't really think of any, but I do have two that I believe I mentioned in a previous video. I can't remember. But the first one is a Praetorian Guard. Now this one would be really cool. This one would probably play similar to an Inquisitor where it would have melee weapons and it could do some cool combo. But maybe a cooler thing, you could select what weapon you could use, because they used a variety of weapons. Maybe you could use the axe or that kind of nunchuck weapon. That would be cool. And each one could have different strengths or weaknesses, like the kind of a melee based weapon won't have as far a range, but it can do more damage, or an electric staff could have further range, but it doesn't have to do as much damage. That would be very cool. And maybe for special abilities they could have an alternate weapon as well. I don't really know what other abilities we could use, because literally all they did was protect Snoke. If you guys could speculate any Praetorian Guard abilities, I would love to see them. And for the last reinforcement is the Sith Trooper. Now, I don't even think this one could work for the First Order, but if it could, it would be amazing. My guess is that they probably won't, because, we don't really know their role yet. They could be loyal to Palpatine. Who knows? But if we do get them for the First Order, they would probably be a more elite type unit, where they're more built for combat. They have more health. Their blasters are more effective and enhanced. But yeah, their abilities could variety. Maybe they could have some melee combat abilities, or a sidearm ability, explosive abilities. Who knows what the Sith Trooper could possess. But that is going to end it off for this video, guys. Sorry if it seems a little bit rushed. I do have a quiz coming up tomorrow in school, even though I've been in school for 2 days now. The grind don't stop. With this Spade Spacey, if you did enjoy the video, please leave it a like. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. But this Spade Spacey, I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.